welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sports Line at Sips Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue, 15216. Hey, they got some great specials, happy hour every day at 4 o'clock. I just heard from one of the owner, I don't know, the busboy told me too. So Brandy's here, Kelly's here.
The Kamikaze Kid's here.
Here we go, the Kamikaze Kid. We can start the show. Chuck's in the house. There must be steak coming. Hey, the mashed potatoes are pretty good tonight. Get some extra butter. They got a lot of specials. There's a special on Wednesday night. This was created for Smokin' Jim Frazier. It's ladies' night at Sips Sports Bar. $1 drinks for all the ladies that come to Sips Sports Bar.
And mention Jim.
You don't even have to mention Jim. Just come into Sips. He'll be here, I guarantee, from 4 o'clock on. So come early, stay late. And then I got a promotion with the South Park Fairgrounds. This is on the 28th. This is for the football. And we got a car cruise there, $5 a ticket to get in. There's great prizes and everything else. It's all for a great cause. Come on out. We'll tell more about it on the Tuesday night show. And then don't forget about the National Unicycle Convention and Competition. Believe it or not, folks, we were the first one in the area in the media to cover it. So thanks, guys, for putting up with me. Now the Post-Gazette, the City Paper, and I heard the Trib are covering it. So they got to come to Sips Sports Bar to see what's really happening with this. And we're going to try to go out there. Devin confirmed that all I got to do is tell him when we're heading out. He's going to take me up in that sports car, and who knows what will happen. Hopefully we'll make it up there. And then let's see, what else do we have here?
Does he have directions?
Well, unlike a couple other guys, I'm a pretty good co-pilot. Google Maps is all right. Yeah, I still got the dumb phone, but we'll find it. And if not, I can call Chip. I got him on speed dial.
That's right, man.
If he can't find a place, nobody can.
I can find them all.
And I want to thank everybody for watching our show. We got a great crowd here at Sips Sports Bar. You got to come here on Monday night, 7:30. Great atmosphere, great place. Bartenders, waitresses, they do the same double duty. It's great, great food. Come on out here. And thanks for watching us on Verizon 32, Comcast 7 in Bethel, YouTube, and on Pittsburgh Sports Line at Facebook. We're up to, I thought it's 349 likes already. So thank everybody for liking us on Pittsburgh Sports Line at Facebook. I appreciate it. That was a double for you guys in the studio here, or in the show. Now we do What's on Our Mind, and I want to prepare all of you. Chip's been away for a week. This is no disrespect, folks, because he gives it and he takes it. So believe me, he's going to give it out right now. What's on your mind, Chip?
Thanks, Alan. And good to be back after a nice, refreshing week of lobsters and clams. But what's on my mind? You know, halfway through the baseball season, and look what the Pirates are doing. Tied for the best record in baseball with the St. Louis Cardinals at 53-34. Little tip of my hat to the Buccos. You know, we're going to be watching playoff baseball this fall. Another group of men I'd like to tip my hat to is the four National League All-Stars who are playing for the Pirates right now. The only teams that have more players on the All-Star team are the St. Louis Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers. But hats off to Jeff Locke, Jason Grilli, Andrew McCutchen, and Pedro Alvarez, who may end up being in the Home Run Derby on Monday evening. That would sure be fun to watch. But, you know, also, one of the things that we don't normally touch on here is sports with men that wear shorts. You know, yesterday something happened that hasn't happened since before Adolf Hitler invaded Poland. An Englishman won Wimbledon. Okay, so
the first time.
The first time in 77 years. So Andy Murray won the Wimbledon men's singles title, and you know, a little tip of our hat off to him. And we just want to give a little teaser out for halftime.
At Sips.
It's a halftime at Sips. I'm going to kind of sum up in a nutshell why I have a problem with the sport of soccer. But my last little tidbit of information here, and then I'd like to give a little tease out for tomorrow night on Pittsburgh Sportsline is, we do Chips Trivia, and today, July 8th, 1979, something happened that has never happened in Pirates history. The Pirates have been around for 128 years. And Dave the Cobra Parker won the MVP award for the All-Star game in 1979. And he did that by throwing out Jim Rice at third base in the bottom of the 7th inning. And then in the bottom of the 8th inning, he threw out Brian Downing at home to help preserve the National League's 7-6 victory over the American League. This game was played at the Seattle Kingdom. So the Cobra, hats off to you. And that's what's on my mind.
Thanks, Chip. That's one of the better what's on your mind there. You covered a lot of territory. You even went across the big pond here, so that was a good move.
Sports with men in shorts.
Definitely. And now we got Smoking Jim Frazier. What's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. Want everybody to say hello to Tina?
All right, Tina's in the house.
And I tell you what, when I come here to Sips every Monday night, the first face I look for is my main man, Dan the man that makes the best coffee anywhere on the planet. Get a cup of coffee from Dan. And please, everybody take care of your bartenders and waitresses. My favorite is Brandy. Brandy, wave to all your fans. One of the nicest, most polite young ladies I ever met.
Yep.
And I just want to acknowledge a couple of guests that will be on the show a little later. This one's going to be hard for me because I'm from Gateway. But I got to say, the #1 family in Western Pennsylvania sports have to be from Penn Hills, the Schifino family. Drew Schifino was the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. Jake Schifino was probably the best football player I've ever seen. And Angel Schifino was a great basketball player, and she's here today. Give a hand clap for Angel Schifino. Also, part of that family is the Rifleman, Glenn Hood, one of the all-time great quarterbacks in Penn Hills history. But a young man that we're going to have on the show later on in the show is going to be the youngest guest we ever had. He's only 10 years old, special young man. During the summers, during the falls, he lives here in Pittsburgh and he plays football here in Pittsburgh. But in the winter and the summer, he plays basketball in North Carolina. He's going to be a future superstar and maybe a future Gateway Gator. Put your hands together for Jalen Schifino Hood. And lastly, this young lady, backed by popular demand, comes all the way in from Ohio. And I got breaking news. Only person on the planet that I told this to was Angel Schifino, but now I'm going to share it with the world. Recently, a group of us just purchased a building across from the August Wilson Center. We're going to convert that into a TV studio. It's going to be state-of-the-art equipment, and by the end of the year, we're going to have our own nationally syndicated television show on the Social Curve Network. My sports anchor is here, and I tell you what, I nicknamed her Midwest Princess. Lips, hips, and fingertips. Please put your hands together for the beautiful Alicia Sparks. Hey, is it true? I don't watch TV, but is it true that now gay people are allowed to get married? Gay people now are allowed to marry, but William Gay won't exercise his right to make a tackle. William Gay, the Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback, is 5'10", 190 pounds, and has never seen a tackle he wanted to make. Listen, I call William Gay the rabbit, because the rabbit is the only animal on the planet that's afraid of his own shadow. I call William Gay a little scared rabbit because this carrot-eating cornerback wouldn't hit a blind Jeffrey Dahmer sprinkling hot sauce on his wife in the middle of the Million Man March. Listen, Pittsburgh is a tough, town. It's a beer town, a shot town, a blue-collar town with tough people. Football players always had tough nicknames. Lambert's Lunatics, Franco's Italian Army, Mean Joe Green, Dwight Mad Dog White, Iron Mike Webster, and the bus, Jerome Bettis. Coach Mike Tomlin quits bringing back players like William Gay that's too light to fight and too thin to win.
Smoking Jim, that was one of your best ever.
He wasn't one of Cowher's players.
What's on your mind? And some of these, well, a lot of these opinions are just our own opinions. If you're offended by it, just call Smoking Jim Frazier. He's wanted in a lot of communities. In other communities, he's not wanted. I won't mention Clairton or anything. Certain ones he just passes by. And Chip, the rumor was when we were going to Cal U, certain areas we weren't allowed to drive through. So just imagine that with your ability to read a map. So it was a little difficult.
Nice.
And with what these guys covered, I don't have anything on my mind. I need some Bucko Kool-Aid. I'm looking at McCutcheon right now on the screen, and there's a guy on Facebook with Talking Sports and that, and he does this stuff to try to get over 100 people that make comments, and he's sitting right next to me. And I said he couldn't do it. By the end of the Pirate game, I was the 66th comment. About an hour ago, he was at 165. They're talking movies. He's trash talking. He got the dictionary out. He pulled a word out and didn't even spell it like I'm supposed to read his mind, called meta. Then he writes back after I made a comment, because he was talking about the speed of baseball. I thought he was talking about greenies in the Ball 4 book that Jim Boughton wrote. And if you need that, just Google greenies, and you'll find out that those were certain supplements that these guys took to play 162 games.
Pete Rose's vitamins.
So then he threw out the word was metaphor, the speed of the game. Now how am I supposed to figure meta's metaphor? So he does read the dictionary. He writes more books than he ever has read in his life, but he should read Ball 4. It'll open up his eyes. And I don't know if that was covering what's on my mind, but I had to bring it up. So. And now we're going to go to our segment where we bring up some guests, and we'll be back with our guests shortly. Hey, our first guest. Hey, Alicia, we got to bring you up as our first guest. Yeah.
Why not? The best for first.
You got the new hairdo and everything else.
We got to see the walk. There it is.
It's not on camera, though, so don't worry. It's not on.
Hi,
Alicia
guys.
Sparks, welcome
Hello,
back.
Thank you.
Manisha, it's great to see you again.
Good to see you
Welcome
too.
back.
Thanks for having me. So let's talk. What's going on?
Did you come back to Pittsburgh 2 days in a row, or did you stay over last
I stayed over. I actually stayed
We don't
here.
want any details, but I just wanted to
It
know.
was relaxed. It was cool. I was with that woman that's walking in now, and it was a very laid-back evening, enjoying the Pittsburgh scenery.
Well, I heard a rumor that you were going to be here Sunday, so that's why we asked you to be on the show.
Yes.
The little birdie named Smokin' said.
Yes. I was here. I've been here.
And did you change your hairstyle since we last saw you?
Not really. I mean, it's still low, but you know, just a little different.
Okay.
That's all.
Because you have a lot of fans out there, and they're going to ask us about that.
I
so.
know. I mean, it's just little changes, nothing major.
A little tweak here
Little
and there.
tweaks. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what are you doing here in Pittsburgh now, since we got this earth-breaking, world-breaking news?
Hey. Well, actually, I decided to come in specifically just to come and be here with you guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
I
Manisha.
came
I'm
in.
glad I'm sitting between you two.
Yes, I did. I happened to have a couple days off and wanted to spend some time with my Pittsburgh friends and family here, so I just made a couple days out of it and thought I'd come back.
You know how to pump our egos up here.
Hey.
Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. We're going to get another couple hundred likes, I think, just
Yes.
because of Alicia.
Hey.
Well, thanks for making a special trip.
No
and a
problem.
Special visit.
No problem.
I heard you might need somebody to wash your car.
Yeah.
There's rumors on that.
It's bad. It's really, really bad. I do so much, and I'm always moving and going. And someone told me the other day, like, you can't go and glamify people in a dirty car. Like, that's not okay. So I need somebody to regularly wash my car. Because I can't. I don't have time.
Did you ever hear of some car washes?
They don't do it. They don't, buff the waxes. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I'd rather just be dirty. I'm okay with that.
There's plenty of
It
people
rains.
around. We'll
It
search.
rains every other day here. That washes the last layer.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not here. I'm in Ohio.
Oh, it doesn't rain in Ohio.
It's not the
That's
same.
right.
They're west
The
of
sun
us,
is
folks.
always
It's not
shining
the
in the
same.
rain.
And the weather comes from that
It
area
does.
first. It's
not
just
the
a little
same.
flatter out
Just
there.
a little bit. It's all valley.
Well, I had to find out the deal on the car there. So
Yeah.
we'll put a little thing on Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook.
Yes.
That Alicia needs somebody that can wash the car when she comes to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
There are
I
quite
need
a
it.
few places here that do a nice job too.
Well,
they even detail the cars. So.
Let's go. I need that in my life.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Thanks.
I'll try to work on that.
Thanks.
Get
Appreciate
out
that.
there.
And Alicia, please update all your fans on, I know you're a very busy lady, Point Park graduate. Please update all your fans on everything that's going on in your life.
Well, currently right now, the previous week before, I just finished a huge photo shoot hosting with Joe Flip Wilson, who is my photographer that flies in from LA, shooting for my magazine called Get Sparked. That will be launching in August, along with my t-shirt line, which is all behind my brand, Get Sparked. I do and promote so much for my makeup freelance artistry, and it's time everybody got on board. You need bookings, contact me at aliciasparksbooking@gmail.com. I will travel anywhere in my dirty Jag to come and glamify you. Coming up within the next 2 weeks, I also have a huge event, the La Panache Hair magazine launch, which is in Youngstown. It's kind of built like Fashion Week, big, huge event
You
outside.
have a red carpet deal?
Yes, red carpet event, photographers everywhere, vendors, people flying in from everywhere to see about 10 different artists put on this huge hair show and model show, and it's phenomenal. I'm the artistic director. I'm also the choreographer and the chief makeup person.
What's the ticket cost to go there?
$10.
$10.
That's it, just $10. In the past, it's been anywhere between $30 to $50, but this year we've lowered the dollar amount and made it an outside event. It's very family orientated, lots of fun. You can see what upcoming fashions and trends are going to be for the fall. It's a lot of fun.
And I tell you what, Alicia, since you do so many good things for so many people, the next time you come into Pittsburgh, I'm going to buff your car.
I'm like, can we get that on camera?
You know what?
Yeah, you got that on
I
camera.
just want to tell you.
You don't have to ask for that one in writing.
I'm okay with that. Right. I'm like, can we
You
get
know
that
what?
on
It's
camera?
already on video.
Yes.
This will be the first lie
Yes,
that I've ever
that you
heard
ever
him
heard.
speak.
Okay, we'll
Hey,
see.
Dave, don't
And
We'll
make
see.
that one
I'll just tell you why. We were in a boxing match,
Uh-huh.
okay, and I'm helping Jimmy Savetic
Uh-huh.
pick things up, get trash cans. Me.
Yes, you.
I'm dressed up,
Out
doing
there
it,
doing it.
and Jim's over there sitting.
Uh-huh.
And
Watching you.
And I go, Jim, you coming over? He goes,
I'll be over.
yeah, he didn't even say it because he didn't want to lie.
Right.
So I got that feeling, and he has a nickname called Batman.
Oh.
Guess what? Batman was gone.
Oh. He pulled a disappearing act.
Completely.
I don't need a disappearing act. I need my car buffed. Like,
Well,
very bad.
You know what? Thunderstorms are coming in the area.
That's not the same, because it'll still be dusty an hour later. I don't want it.
Car washes in Gateway.
I'm okay with that.
Well, you got those events going on.
Yes.
And then what's with the sports too, and everything you're doing there?
It's coming along. We're co-hosting Social Curve. Amazing news within us getting into a new building, which means you'll see a whole lot more of us and a lot more production coming out. So super excited about that. And another thing that I'm super excited about is football season is almost here. I'm excited. I was doing lunch earlier and happened to run into a hometown phenom here by the name of Ryan Mundy. Caught him just as he's getting ready to go and leave to go to New Jersey to get ready to play. And it was kind of like a reality check, like, It's about that time. It's almost
Usually
done.
by the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's July. Hard to believe,
Get
right?
excited. I'm excited.
Well, that's good. Well, we're excited about some Pirates here, too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Clearly. I see that's what's on every TV.
Well, you know why?
Why?
They're playing tonight, and there's 8 screens here.
I know.
And we've tuned everyone into them.
Well, I love it. That way I can't miss anything.
No, look
at
over
all.
there.
I see it.
Did you see that
It's
one
the
in
same.
the corner?
It's the same. All the way
El
around.
Toro's there.
I see him.
There you go.
Hi.
And what else is going on? I think
that's-
we've covered
That's
half
about
the
it.
country
I
here.
know, right? Just
When are you
taking
moving to
it.
Pittsburgh then? When you
It's-
straighten Ohio out?
As soon as I have a reason to permanently be here, I will be here.
Well, that studio looks like it might
I know,
cause you to
that's-
be here.
that's-
That's why I asked.
I love it.
I'm trying to get the scoop
Like,
before the
let's
Post-Gazette,
go. Right.
the Tribune Review, the
Before
City
everybody
Paper.
else,
I'm trying to
right.
scoop them all
Right.
on BPTV.
Yes. Well,
What?
you hear it here first. The minute I have a permanent reason to be here, I'm here. You have me.
Well, there you go. Here's one of our biggest fans of the show, a great guest.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
know
you
how
for
to
being
beat
here.
that
Thank you so
Jaguar.
much.
And
you, Joe.
this is the first time he's ever gonna lie.
Well, we'll see. You never know. I might have it.
I might have to make a bet on this
Good
one.
to see you again.
I tell you, I was telling this mom, in the course of my lifetime, I've been blessed. I'm the sports editor of a newspaper. I'm an NFL scout, and I've been blessed to interview Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and Barry Bonds. But I'm more excited about interviewing this next guest. Everybody, please put your hands together for 10-year-old phenom, Jalen Schifino Hood.
Have a seat, young man. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jalen. Nice to meet you.
Have a seat. Just get comfortable here.
And I tell you what, Jalen, my favorite number is number 2. When I played college football, I wore number 22 because our coach wouldn't allow us to wear single-digit numbers, man. So I like that number 2. Are you going to keep it?
Yeah, I might, yeah.
Tell the truth. What number are you going to? I heard something. A little birdie was talking. What's your number?
Number 1.
All right.
There we go. We like to give those news stories that are out here. Thanks for helping us out on that.
You're welcome.
And I tell you what, you come from a legendary family. Your mom was a great basketball player. Your uncle Drew was a great player. Your father was a great quarterback, and your uncle Jake was a great football player. What's your favorite sport?
Well, I love basketball and football the same amount. I don't like one, but I love them both.
How old are you? Tell the people how old you are.
I'm 10. I just turned 10 June 19th.
Oh, happy birthday!
Good for you.
And I tell you what do you like better? Do you like being here in Pittsburgh better, or you like being down in North Carolina better?
I don't know.
Is that about 50-50 too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I love those colors. Those are black and gold. That's Gateway colors. Do you play for Gateway, or you play for somebody else?
Huh?
Who do you play for with that black and gold on?
We're called the Steel City Stars, Stars Academy.
Wow. What
It's-
what position you play?
I play quarterback, and I play defense, linebacker.
Linebacker and quarterback. How long have you been playing football?
I've been playing since I was 5.
Wow, for 5 years, man. He's experienced.
Half his life.
He got enough for a pension. He got enough for a pension.
How many people play half their life, right?
And
What,
just
what about basketball?
I played basketball, like, after my first season of football, that's when I started playing basketball.
So about 4 years.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, just like Alicia Sparks said, when we can give her a reason to move to Pittsburgh, she will. If we can give you a reason to move to Monroeville, would you play for Gateway?
You got that letter of intent?
Hold it, wait. Smoking Jim has something he wants you to sign here.
Yeah, be careful when you
Just sign on the dotted line. No, we're just kidding here. You keep doing what you're doing. It sounds great.
Thank you.
do you ever throw any touchdown passes?
Last year, I actually threw a lot.
How many?
I don't know, but I just know
We're
that.
gonna have to call your mother up here. She got all the stats. I don't care if she's feeding your sister there. We're gonna call her up because it seems like you just play.
15 touchdowns
Oh.
in youth football. That's amazing.
And I ran some.
Wow.
I ran some and threw some.
How many did he run? You could.
Woo!
Well, I'm doing math. I don't know how you are at math, but that's 25 TDs for the QB.
Thank you.
Well, here's
How many games did you play?
10.
How- 10 games. Wow. So you're averaging 2.5 touchdowns a game.
Yep. We were 9 and 10. I mean 9 and 1.
That's pretty good. I guess that one loss was against Monroeville.
No.
He outscored the Steelers last year.
But
Oh, we actually beat Gateway last year.
oh!
You know, don't say too much. I'm gonna have to separate you.
Hey, but
two.
here's
He
breaking.
gets a little upset.
Here's breaking news. Here's a BPTV first. Not only are we going to televise one of his football games this year, we're also going to do a full-page story in the newspaper. So we're excited about our youth. Any youth that's doing well, we're going to support them positively.
What else do you want to tell us out here? You're going to have a lot of fans after this show.
Well, on Thursday, I'm leaving to North Carolina for nationals, basketball, AAU basketball.
Wow.
AAU basketball, nice.
Thank you.
And what position do you play on the basketball court?
Actually, our coach, he's switches us. He switches us up.
Are you the tallest kid on the team or not?
No. Well, I'm one of them.
How tall are you? Do you know that? Give us some help here.
About 5 feet.
5'8".
That's pretty
No,
good.
5 feet.
5 feet. Oh, okay.
Ray, say he's your height, Al.
I know. He grew up. He grew up as we were speaking. As usual, Smoking Jim is a great scout of men and young men. He can figure that stuff out. He'll tell you how much you weigh. That's how great of a scout he is. He's
Yeah.
also good at the carnivals too. So
Yeah, plus this year on my report card, I got a 4.0 all A's.
What?
so you go to school on top of all this.
He got a 4.0.
Yep.
That is great.
Hey, cut that stuff out. Cut all that academic stuff out.
Don't listen to him. He's a good man, but go to school. Stay in school. And what's your favorite subject? Do you have one?
Well, math, but I get all A's and all. So.
But I was just asking favorite. You have to get all A's.
Math.
4.0.
Math.
So you like adding up those numbers
Yep.
and subtracting.
Easy.
Any division,
Easy.
multiplication.
Yep. Easy.
You can do it all. The kid's good. He covered it all. Folks.
We got to get with Alicia, too. Hey, Alicia, could be your next model right here. Good-looking young man. Hey, everybody give a big hand. He did a great job. We're going to have him back in the future. Jalen Tofino Hood. Great job, Jalen.
It was a pleasure to meet you. man.
Take care and keep us updated. We'll send you an email of the video and we'll try to keep in touch here, okay? All right, we're doing one of our additions here that we come up with. We got halftime at Sips Sports Bar. And we got a lot of sports that's been on our minds that we just didn't talk about the front part. And we'll have some advertisements here that Tina, you can just bring those up. You can sit down and tell us. Oh, come on. Jeez, your writing's terrible. Circus, karaoke, Sunday bar trivia, drink specials all the time, free parking, she forgot to write.
Like us on
All right, we
Facebook.
ready for halftime? We're just,
Like us on Facebook.
hold it, we didn't get there. Chipper just snuck that in on halftime.
He's not a designated driver.
All right, since we're at the halftime show, we got to do a few quick advertisements here. Monday at Sips Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue. You see Smoking Jim Frazier, Chip the Prophet Hayner, Al Levine the Talking Machine, and you see a lot of other people here, guests from all walks of life, from 10 years old up to 80 years old so far.
Yep.
So we're covering the whole gamut here, folks.
Sure do.
Tuesday nights, pizza from Campiti's. Our friend Don Campiti, 50 cents a slice. Wednesday night, you guys already heard about the ladies' night, dollar drinks. Smoking Jim will be here from 4 o'clock on, half hour every day at 4 o'clock, so make sure you're here. Thursday, 25-cent wings. Friday night, they got entertainment, karaoke with Johnny Sarkis. And Saturday, they got the good guys that are playing Saturday night for entertainment. Sunday, they have bar trivia. They got drink specials all the time. They got food specials. And there's free parking after 4 o'clock. So don't be afraid to come to downtown Dormont. Now, what's on your mind with halftime, guys? What do you got here?
You know, Alan, what's on my mind is one of the most disturbing stories I've ever heard that had anything to do with sports, and this involves the sport of soccer. And you know, and I know you the other day I got scolded a little bit about you because you were interested in Brazil. Well, this was in regards to a soccer.
Brasil, not the real.
Not
Brazil
Jim's
team.
girlfriend, right?
No, that was Jim's girlfriend. That's the
But
emphasis.
so anyhow, in a soccer match in Brazil, as does happen, a referee made a questionable call. So one of the players went after the referee. The player went after the referee. The referee pulled out a knife and stabbed the player. Okay, which is a first. Which is a first.
I didn't know that.
So after the player gets stabbed and he's on the field, the fans storm the field.
Okay.
They take the referee, they tie him to a pole, and they stone him. Wait, it gets better. After stoning him, they behead him, put his head on a pole, and parade it around the field. When the player finally got taken to the hospital, he died on the way to the hospital.
Wow.
And this is the most popular sport in the world. I can't take soccer seriously. The players have to go with body armor now. The referee's going to come armed.
You know
crazy
what? I'm
world we live
going
in.
to have to hide that from Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. All I was doing is there's so many other people out there that watch the football that's played all over the world. I don't think I could tune in. It's terrible.
I heard a report of that story this afternoon, and I was just like, wow, you can't make this stuff up.
No, you can't. That's terrible. Our prayers to the families and people that were affected by that. How they can even let that go on? That's unbelievable.
It was the player's family that dismembered the referee
Wow.
when they found out about it.
Wow.
And the player died on his way to the hospital from his wounds.
Well, these are just games, folks. That puts it all in perspective
Yeah.
there. I don't know what you say. Nice catch in the outfield by McCutcheon. Just to break that up, that was too somber here. Chipper. Smoking Jim. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you top that?
No way.
Smoking Jim has never, ever been quiet before in history of Pittsburgh Sportsline. That's a first. That was a traumatic thing. There's no doubt about it. What else do you want to talk about, Smoking Jim? I know you got a couple things going on.
Well, I know I'm about to get booed, but I'm not sold. I am not sold. I think the Guinness Book of World Records is alive and well. There's no way the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to win another 30 games to go above 500. They're going to have to average 10 wins over the next 3 months, and I don't see it happening. They're not going to get 10 wins in July because of the All-Star break, and I don't see them winning 22, 23 games in August and September. I am so sorry. I love the Pirates, but they're going to extend that losing streak 21 games, 21 years.
Well, Smoking Jim, before Chip jumps in on you, we've already been battling on Facebook. Normally he does this stuff to tease us, but he actually believes it.
Yeah,
So it's hard to argue with somebody when he's this passionate about it. He's not a hater.
I gotta
just doesn't
say,
believe him.
I just gotta say, with all of Jim's lead pipe locks, I tell you what, this is just about guaranteeing that the Pirates will win this year. The Pirates are going to be playing baseball
Chip,
in
he didn't
October.
say that. I was begging him to try to say it's a lead cinched pipe. Bet your house on it. When he says that, everybody load up
hey.
for World Series tickets.
Hey, you know what? This is always
don't
good
hear
fun.
you.
Always good fun.
Hold it. I don't
Not
hear
like
him.
an opposing point of view to mine, so that makes for good.
Yeah, but Chip, you gave me the grape Kool-Aid. I'm all in.
Hey,
I
you know
told Smokin' Jim on Facebook, not Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook, but I told him on Facebook they average 17 wins per month the first 3 months. If you would have told me they'd average 17 wins, I'd have said you're a liar, Smokin' Jim. So I believe they can win 12 one month, they can win 8 in July, and they'll be right on pace to close it out with another 10, 15 wins.
Yeah, you know what, though? I mean, for the last 20 years, what have we been asking for? For a team that competes.
Yes.
Okay? We've got a team that's in first place in the most competitive division in baseball. I am enjoying this summer. I'll be at the ballpark this weekend watching the Pirates take apart the Mets. We'll be getting at least 2 of those 30 wins that Jim says they're not going to get while I'm a witness.
Hold on, I don't want to rain on your parade, Chip, and mine, but the Pirates are down right now 1-0 in the 5th inning. So this Smokin' Jim, please say it's a lead cinch pipe. Bet the house. And that's the end of our halftime show, folks. What is it? It got green.
He got a green pen for him.
If you need the green, see Levine, because he'll talk Z.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing? I like your shirt with the president on there.
Drop beats, not bombs.
Let me say one thing to Little Z. My main man, Little Z, is one of the best guys in security in the state of Pennsylvania. If you hire him for security, he got your back. I got to tell you this, Little Z. My main man, Jalen Chifino Hood, last year played for Steel Valley, but he didn't want to be a loser anymore, so he moved on to Penn Hill. Sorry, Little Z.
Whoever made it to the NFL from Gateway. Shout out to Charlie Batch. We would love to have you at the Project Chuck Basketball Summer League. We got way more to offer than Gateway right now. If you want cores and tattoos, you go to Gateway. If you want to make it to the NFL, you come to Steel Valley.
Hey, are you guys scripting this stuff without me knowing? I think they scripted this. He served up such a softball to Little Z. He just knocked it out in the West Liberty Avenue. 3024 West Liberty Avenue. Nice shot. It's gone. That ball's still gone. No comeback either. He's not betting a house on that one.
Well, I'm like Smokin' Jim. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid fully on the Pirates yet.
That's okay.
I'm starting to get more optimistic
You got a stake bet here, my friend, and you hate to lose like I do. But I'm willing to lose $1, and I know that steak dinner's burning a hole in your pocket right now.
And Steph is staring at me, man. She's gonna make sure you get your steak, Jim.
She just sent some daggers here, and I said, "Whoa." That reminded me of The Water Boy. Remember in The Water Boy when she looked at Lynn Swan?
You can do it. Well, I hope the Pirates do it, and I hope they're playing. But hey, once the Steelers get to training camp, will we still be even talking about the Pirates?
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
will,
talk
because
about
look
it.
at
Let's
the
hope-
Steelers
let's
are
hope-
bringing to the champ.
Let's hope for the sake of the argument that William Gay found his hands in the offseason, because we're gonna need
All hands on
all
deck.
hands on deck this season. And I saw Lamar Woodley is shopping in New York City, and I sent him a message and I said, man, I hope you're working on your cardio, brother, because it's going to be real hard for you to have a subpar year this year.
To use a Pirate that I thought was overweight and couldn't run,
El
Tabata.
Toro.
No, Tabata.
Talbot.
Yeah, Tabata, he looked like he was twice the size last year. So how's Woodley looking the shopping spree?
He looks like he's in good shape, but that's deceiving.
See how that hamstring makes.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how many no-show jobs he pulls this season during the games.
Yeah, well, how many stores did he hit? That'll tell you how the hammy is, right?
I'm not sure, but I'm a lot more optimistic as far as Smoking Jim is with the Steelers this year.
I'm still 11-5 with that easy schedule. I don't care who's playing on the team.
I think
11-5.
I'd say anywhere between 8-8 and 10-6 is probably like a safe assumption.
You guys aren't optimistic enough. Don't bet the house, though.
Never, man, and I never would take Smoking Jim if he told me to bet the house anyways. He's from Gateway.
Hold it.
Some of those bets are rigged.
No. Not all.
One time I was somewhere with Smoking Jim and I saw Doc Brown in the DeLorean with the sports almanac pulling away in the back, and he tried making a bet with me.
No, are you serious?
So you can't always believe Smoking Jim.
Wow, you're bringing
I call
out
him Mr.
moves.
Fiction in fact.
Hold it. Fiction, in fact, from Smoking Jim's Almanac is supposed to be a good thing. It's not all made up. Remember, there's fiction and there's fact.
That's why he's Mr. Fiction in fact.
That's why I gave it to him.
50-50.
I thought he was 51-49, to be honest with you. Because he gave me 6 bet the houses on, and 4 of them didn't come in. But the nice thing was, the last
didn't get your legs broken?
No, the last one he gave me, here's the secret. You want to win on your last bet when you're betting the house. So he did give me that one.
Hey, I got one more thing to point out to the viewers at home since we're always plugging Brenner Contracting. Brenner Contracting hasn't received any call about any kind of development Smoking Jim is taking part in, so we're a little bit perplexed by that, folks. If you could believe that much. They're making renovations and not calling the best. So I don't know what's going on over there, but we got to bring some order.
I think they're doing a lot of under-table work. And you may not be getting the pay that you think you should get if you
I want
work.
that minority contract.
Well, you might have to fill out the paperwork. I'm his agent, so we'll talk about it after the show.
That's fine.
This is the hardest working young businessman that I know. He's everywhere. And if you're not liking him on Facebook, there's something wrong. I've been telling everybody for months now. How many times have you been on the show? I lost
23
track.
straight weeks.
I knew he would say it. He's got a streak. He didn't get my streak, though, yet. I'm like 120 or something right now. But I will miss eventually. I was watching one of my best movies, favorites, The Pride of the Yankees, and Lou Gehrig. They're after 2,130. So that's what I'm shooting for.
I don't have the hair, so it's going to be some
buddy.
bullet shoes to fill if you ever do not show up. So
Well, here, I'll give it to here, wait. Oh, let me give that
shout
to
out
you.
to Marianne.
Marianne and Zazu.
I don't think you're taking enough off, but that's just my personal opinion.
I said off the sides and the top. Come on. You took them all off the sides. Enough of this hair. You're embarrassing me here.
No.
It's all in fun. No hair dryer here, buddy. It's natural.
I do have some bad news, though.
Okay.
August 3rd has been canceled in the
What?
Strip District.
You're
Sammy,
kidding.
Team Vasquez has a fight going on August 3rd.
Yeah.
And it's just too much, to try to deal with when these promoters want to, go against each other and do things on the same night. So
Right.
the plug has been pulled on August 3rd. So
All right, we'll
Stay
make
tuned
the
for the
announcement.
next-
We'll
for
wait
the
for
next
Rod to
fight.
call the show. We know we're going to be involved in it. When you get that thing going, we're
Certainly.
proud to help you.
And like I told those guys last night, if they keep up at this pace, you guys are going to be at one of my fights commentating the fight. 'Cause I'm going to start fighting their guys.
Are you? You know what? This is MMA. This is boxing. And I even heard they use bricks. We had
Hey.
one of his best friends last week. It was telling us about the bricks that they bring out. So
Yeah, no kidding.
we won't go back in history, but let's do that. And that's a shout out to little Teddy.
Yep, and
Who's
I'd like
not
to
really
shout out
little
to-
Teddy. It's
I'd like to
JB.
give a shout out to Rayco Ward Sanders. Over the last couple of days, I've seen some of the reasons why he goes and fights in Indianapolis. So me and Rayco might be fighting somebody in the city of Pittsburgh real soon.
There you go. Hey, you know who to come to right here on Pittsburgh Sports Line. We'll do something to help you out on that. No doubt, Zach.
No doubt about it.
Definitely. Well, hey, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate it. 23 in a row. All right, we got to get our last guest on, Matt Sedlak, the announcer.
The boys The voice is here.
How you doing, Matt? Welcome back.
Welcome to the show. Hey, the only other guy that I know is the voice is Roger Houston, who has about a 40-some year career as the voice at the Meadows. So if that's your nickname, that's a heck of a nickname to have.
Man, people of
It's
South
legendary.
Park, man, they love me out there. And also, since a sciatic nerve kept me out of racing the Stars and Stripes Nationals, but it didn't keep me out of the announce tower. I made my USA BMX debut Friday announcing the pre-race at South Park Stars and Stripes National. Wowed everyone. In fact, I wowed a bike shop that was out there so much. And hold on, let me turn my hat around here and give a shout out to Dan's Competition. Mount Bergen, Indiana, danscomp.com. Got me a free hat from Dan's Competition. But yeah, this past weekend, Stars and Stripes Nationals was off the hook. If you missed it,
We missed it.
you missed it. Oh, it was. Dude, we had New Zealand's Olympic team. They came in last Sunday. I was hanging out with Mark Wheelers and all them while they were getting their track
From
time
New
in.
Zealand.
From New Zealand. Wow. We also had we also had #1 vet pro Christian Besserine came in. Two-time gold medalist Maris Strombergs was in town, and not only was he here riding, but I had the honor to hang out with him for a little bit, talk to him. I got him to sign one of my jerseys. I
saw that jersey on Facebook.
Yeah, dude, that's going in a frame. It was definitely. Oh yeah, 1999 Still Valley graduate right here.
Hey, you know what? My cat could get a diploma from Still Valley.
Hold it, his cat died 3 years ago. How's that cat gonna get a diploma? B-R-A-S-I-L.
The litter box.
That's the Brazil we're looking for. His invisible girlfriend. You didn't meet her.
I did not meet her.
She's not here.
Okay, she's not here today. Yeah, but also like always.
Keep going, announcer.
Every time I talk about South Park BMX, I talk about BMX racing in general. I always mention the guys, but BMX is not just boys' fun. The girls do it too, if not better. Reigning #1 women's pro rider was in town this weekend, Dominique Daniels.
And he doesn't know her.
You don't know? Oh man, you should have came out. I would have personally introduced you. She's one of the best riders, dude. She lived up to her nickname, the Dominator. She dominated this weekend at South Park BMX. Her only competition was Amanda Carr. Amanda Carr was like a distant second. But yeah, it was the racing this weekend was.
And what were some of the purses that they go?
The purses, oh man, I didn't see what the money was they were giving out, but the whole shot challenge I believe was $2,000.
Nice.
So you're looking at.
So for riding your bicycle around a track.
The whole shot challenge, man. Give a shout out to Answer Products. Check out AnswerBMX.com.
You promote whoever you want here.
They're part of my team sponsor as well. But yeah, it was. How
many races did you announce?
I announced. There's the pre-race was 64. I did about half that.
32?
I did about 32 total.
You still have a voice,
I still have a voice.
The voice still has a voice.
Yeah, I know. I had the weekend. I was helping the announce team as well as coaching Green Factor Racing.
You're a coach also.
I couldn't ride, so I was watching my riders and seeing how they were doing. Big direction.
What happened to one of the nice guys we had on our show?
Oh, Kyle McCrory.
A Bethel Park guy is a Bethel Park guy.
Kyle McCrory couldn't make it today. Kyle raced Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Kyle on Sunday in the rain. We raced in the rain. Kyle took second place behind Phil DeLizio.
Nice.
So yeah, Kyle held it down very well, represented very well. Like I said, he couldn't be here today. Like I said, he had a big weekend. You know, I'd probably be leaning over
he
the
does
table.
work too.
Yeah, he does.
He has to work.
He's a busy man. But yeah, Kyle McCrory, he represented well.
Great.
Definitely. Like I said, it was.
How about Ashley? How'd she represent with the photos?
She was out
I saw hundreds of photos.
Yeah, she was out there Friday and Saturday with me. Actually, she got a couple pictures of Dominique Daniels. Jim, I'll send you a picture of Dominique for you.
Just send it to Pittsburgh Sports Line Facebook. Yeah. All right, send it there. We'll promote it.
But yeah, if you missed the action, you still want to come out to South Park, check out what's going on. We're racing this Wednesday. We race every Wednesday, South Park BMX.
What time?
Registration is 6 to 7, and we're dropping the gate 7:30. And if you're even running late and you can't find a track, just follow my voice. You'll be hearing.
He's the best I've ever heard. He is great.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Wow, that's great. We'll have to listen for you.
Oh, no doubt.
How long have you been announcing the races?
I've been announcing since mid-2011 because I used to do internet radio. I used to be known as Enigma from 96.5thenoise.net. I was always known for doing a lot of underground bands on an internet radio show. And we didn't have we had our regular announcer, Larry, we kind of disappeared. He had a bunch of stuff he had to handle, so we didn't have an announcer. Well, finally someone learned about me doing internet radio, and they go, Matt, you still doing internet radio? I was like, yeah. They hand me a microphone. Wow. Not gonna lie, I was nervous as can be. But then I just got out there and fed off that energy. You know, you got the parents screaming, you got the riders are into it, and it just balled it up inside me. And all of a sudden, this is like how I am.
I like the hand movements.
So when you're like that, are you on a natural high?
Dude, I can't. I don't drink. I don't do caffeine or anything. This is me just.
Somebody, Brandy, get him a glass of water or something. He's too hyper here. Please.
But it's just how I am.
Well, how did you learn your style of announcing? Did you listen to other guys?
You know, there's a guy, I got to give a shout out to.
Who did you copy?
All right, I'm going to post this on his Facebook wall. Al Roybal. He used to do all the NBL Nationals. And
There's Brandy with some water.
Thank you so much.
Take a sip. Because his voice, I noticed, was getting a little raspy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was Al Roybal used to call the Nationals, and I used to watch how he did it, and he had his own. He just got into it. Like he's like when a rider's calling a race, it's like hearing a pro football player call a football game. They're going to be into it. Wow. As a rider as well, I'm getting into it.
So you're naturally fired up seeing this because you're excited about it.
Oh man, and it's even more exciting when I'm racing as well. You know, because I'm getting hyped up.
Are you a pro then too?
I'm not a pro. I race 28-35 intermediate class. I'm a 2011 Pennsylvania State champion. I'm
Congratulations.
And also, you know, not to toot my own horn a little more here,
Go
but
ahead.
I am 30 points out of #1 in the state. And I got 2 more state qualifiers to go. Coming up July 20th and 21st. With July 20th, I'll be racing the Erie State Qualifier. July 21st, I will be in Drakewell and Titusville. And if I do well, I will be going off to Cedar the first week of September to compete for a state title. Cedar BMX is out towards Wilkes-Barre, Scranton.
Put that on my calendar, Aaron.
You know what? He travels well. If there's any high school teams out there, and I think there
I'll tell
are.
you what, Erie, was it?
I was just on Peach Street yesterday.
Yeah, they have a real good high school team, but no doubt. Also coming up, we do have another big race in the area. I know you keep touting Gateway. A little further down the road in Apollo is Westmoreland BMX. They have a Red Line Cup regional race coming up August 3rd and 4th.
Wow.
So if anybody
wants August 3rd's popular.
That is a very popular. If anybody wants to come on out, I will be announcing that race.
Really?
As well as my team manager runs Westmoreland BMX.
Wow, what a small world.
Well, Westmoreland is near what? Norwin High School, right? In that gateway we call Norwin No Win.
Hold it, you got a winner right here. There's a winner.
But it's not Still Valley, so we.
Separate. Whoa.
But I tell you what, though, isn't there like a rivalry between Penn Hills and Gateway?
Yeah, it is. I took everything I had, but I had to tell the truth.
Yeah, Jim don't want to talk about it.
I tell you what,
This is the one time he's at a loss for words.
I always give props to the young athletes in general. I always tell the young kids at South Park that come out, they're just new to riding. To anyone who wants to get into riding, if you want to check it out, South Park, come on out. And
are there classes?
Oh yeah, there's classes for little kids. You'll be racing like we have kids as low as 2 years old. As I said a couple weeks ago, right? They're doing Strider
there's
races.
an athlete right there, Jalen. No, there isn't a helmet.
I'll tell you what, Smoking Jim, if you want to come out, man, I'll get you on the track. Dude, you give me 1 week, dude, I'll have you taking on the Bramers, man. Jim Bramer's probably the Bramer family, probably one of the best families out there in BMX. Thunder Racing, give a shout out to the.
Hold it, you got unicycle people want us on there. We got BMX people want us on bikes. We'll help announce. All right, Smoking Jim. When you're out there on the track, I'll help announce for you.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, because for our state qualifier, I had Keith Miller from Ray's Indoor Bike Park. It's all the way up in Cleveland. He was doing my relief for me.
From Cleveland. Oh, we need Pittsburgh.
But also, though, if anybody wants to get involved in indoor bike riding, if I could do a quick plug here for
Go ahead.
For Petoskey.
More shameless plugs. Matt Sedlick, he's on a roll. Here, have another sip of water because you're so hyped up right now on just life. Yeah. And that isn't vodka.
All right, the Wheel Mill on Hamilton Avenue, indoor bike park, open year-round. If anybody wants to go, if you're not sure about BMX, you want to try riding a little bit, you go out to the Wheel Mill.
Where's that at?
On the corner of Hamilton and Dallas Avenue.
What, at Homewood?
Yes.
Whoa, wait a minute.
This gets a
They
story.
got indoor riding in Homewood?
They have
do.
to. They have
Can't do
to.
it outside.
It used to be outside.
You part of the Rough Riders?
He is now.
But here's where it gets better. All right, one of my friends was in from New York, Al Kane. He does a show called SugarCane.com, and he does a segment called Spittin' in the Whip, where he features local rap artists who do who freestyle.
Whoa, rap artists.
There was
smoking.
two kids he had on the show who decided to start riding BMX. Why? Because Will Mill's down the street from their house.
Get
Really?
So not only is it we're getting. Yeah.
Right.
Really?
Shout
Yeah,
out
Will
to
Mill.
Dave Crack
Yeah.
on the unicycles. They were just at Carnegie Science Center going around 12 to 2. They gave me late notice. They want us to get cameras down there. We don't have the volunteers to go
Like I said,
everywhere.
you
You
guys
guys
wanna
are
come- you guys wanna
everywhere.
bring the cameras up
Thanks
South
to
Park?
Aaron Ward right here.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's at the window right now.
There he is. That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's
See?
definitely what's up. Like I said, you guys want to get a camera crew out South Park? I will guarantee you you'll have volunteers that will do it because of South Park. We have such
Well,
a great.
we have to have qualified people on the cameras.
I get you.
Like Aaron Ward,
Yeah.
she's the best. You come to the studio, like we talked before the
Yes.
show.
Yes.
We'll try to set something up. I'll
All right.
be there with them.
No
and
doubt.
we
Yeah,
can go
'cause,
there.
yeah, South
No,
Park-
we appreciate that offer. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
'cause South Park, we got some of the best volunteers, especially getting ready for the Nationals. We basically lived at that track for 2 weeks. The rain kept trying to wash away everything we did, but we kept working on the
That's
track.
a question I have. How does that track hold up? I've seen it.
All right, the track is all volunteer maintained. We don't make nothing. No county funding
No.
whatsoever. It's all.
Well, that's probably why it's okay.
And like I said, I got to give a big shout out to Brenner Contracting who helped out a lot.
Really? He does everything.
and then-
Brenner Contracting, like him on Facebook.
And
Now.
a few other notables were Georgia Supply in South Park and Brannick's Painting as well, who all helped out get that track ready. So
Anybody you forgot to
Mon River
give
Sup-
a shameless little
Mon
promotion?
River Supply,
Keep going.
Guns and Hauser.
Keep going, because I do it all the time. Now you're going to beat my record, so go ahead.
Put me on the spot here.
I have to, because I wanted to see if you could hit a period, and it
I
worked.
could hit a period.
It just did.
Yeah, just
I got
did.
you.
You got me.
I'm giving you time to think.
Yeah, it's
See
a
how-
lot of volunteers, especially you guys, and thank you guys for having me on the show to help promote the sport of BMX and get the word
I'm not
out there.
throwing you off yet.
It is well. I just gotta give you. I just gotta give the thanks where it's due, especially Zach Brenner for holding me to
Who?
you.
Who did you mention?
Zach Brenner. But,
You grew up with him.
I grew up.
You went to school with him.
Basically, yeah.
And you still call him a friend.
He's also a
I
sponsor.
do too.
He's also a sponsor.
Whoa! I knew you had one last sponsorship to get in.
Well, I got a major announcement. First inductee, I just inducted Matt into the SIP Sports Bar Hall of Fame. You're the best, buddy.
I think we're running out of time here. I lost track.
It's all good.
And,
thank you for having me on the show. Like I
Matt,
said,
you're welcome anytime.
Oh, man,
Just the energy you bring here.
Hopefully I got-
You're
hopefully-
welcome, because
hopefully I come-
sometimes we get a little slow, not to interrupt you here
That's
at
all
all,
good.
but I have to at least once. I'm known as the talking machine who doesn't talk.
And Matt is all natural, just like Jimi Hendrix.
great guitar player.
Oh, and he knows all the music too. That'll be another show.
Yeah, that'll be another show.
Hey, I want to thank, just sit here, we're going to close the show out.
All right.
Any final words? Do we have any time left, Aaron, or we... All right, we used up all our
Took up too much of
time.
your time, I'm sorry.
No, hold it. A lot of Bethel Park people go to South Park. I just want to tell you. And they use the facilities there, so it's no
man,
problem.
everyone's welcome.
We're happy. Thanks for watching our show. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for
Got
having
Chip
me.
the Prophet Hayner, Smoking Jim Frazier, Al Levine the Talking Machine, and Matt the Voice Sedlick.